Hello, my name is Jordan Wolf, and welcome to a rant video about toxicity in 2K Leagues. Mainly, I'm going to be telling you about a league I had experience in, and that just recently as last night, just quit because the toxicity was so bad. Management didn't know what they were doing, there was always drama, there was always so many tryhards not listening to the rules, and it was horrible. Anybody that's been in a 2K league or a wrestling league knows that there's always some kind of toxicity in there. There's never any league that's perfect. But there are leagues that try better to avoid that. People that have rules that will avoid toxicity. People that actually have rules that will avoid being annoying or making the match not fun for people. This league's not one of them. This league doesn't have a name necessarily because the owner's name is Q and they're too lazy to give an actual name. We call it Q's League because for 3.5 years, he never made a name. Lacked the creativity. Literally, it's a superstar league. So all they use are Raw, SmackDown, NXT superstars. But if you are friends with the owner, you get passes, like, for example, someone's using Jon Moxley with a edited moveset and a edited overall and things like that. Now, in this league that I have experience in, I went in as Ricochet. I left as Ricochet. I've been in there for 8 months. 8 months or more. Can't remember exactly. However, in that league, I was a Universal Champion, a World Heavyweight Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a North American Champion, an NXT Tag Team Champion, and an NXT Champion. All those titles, I only won once. And it's not because I couldn't win them back. It's because I don't believe in trying to become a 20-time champion like other people. I don't like when people want to complain or make open challenges for titles, because if you already have cards, what's the point of having a card if you can just challenge openly for a title? It didn't make sense to me. It always bothered me. So I don't like open challenges. I don't like any of that. I don't like tryhards. I don't like people that find loopholes in rules and things like that. I just want to have fun. That's what 2K games are about. That's what wrestling is about. Fun, competition, and entertainment. So these leagues that get super toxic are people that just don't understand that. They just want to do whatever it takes to win a match. I don't like that personally. Never have. Never will. And in this league, when I won the world title or universal title, and I got screwed over, teamed up on in a chamber and lost because people didn't like me for my open opinion on how tryhard everybody was. Which is cool. Whatever. People have opinions. Whatever. If you don't like me, go for me. That's how it goes, right? But when you get to the point where it becomes a problem, everyone's complaining, everyone's just having an issue, everybody has something to complain about or cry about. And it's not just against me, it's everybody crying about everybody. What's the point of that league? There should be rules. There should be people actually doing something about it. There should be a manager that does something about it. But Q never had the courage to talk to people. In fact, he usually goes to me, cries to me about it, and then doesn't do anything about it afterwards. I don't like that kind of stuff. I wish people would be more confident in themselves and just talk to somebody, especially if you're the leader of this said league. Shouldn't it be hard to talk to each other or tell people, hey, I'm the leader of the league, you have to respect me. In some sort of way, you have to respect me, or at least respect when I try to tell you that you can't do this. He couldn't do that. Um, Anyways, after I lost my title, and there was some more drama, and I ended up winning the title again right before a draft. Um, we left. I went into NXT, their NXT, because I told them I didn't want to be drafted. I just want to go to NXT. I don't want to be on the main roster anymore. I just want to go to NXT. So I went to NXT, and I won the title there, because there wasn't that many people, and I was a former champion, so they put me in a title match. So we do the title match. We have a champion, and I defend the title twice a week. Not open challenges, just fighting everybody that's random in the league. New people when they come in, things like that. Kind of like a tryout match, but I put it for a title. But I didn't actually make that decision. That was all Q. Q would put me in championship matches against anybody he just wants. He doesn't know how to book a card. He just says, oh, title match, title match, title match. But I didn't complain. I didn't have an issue with that. But he didn't book cards as often as he should. There was a day he was supposed to post them. He never posted them. So I ended up taking over because he wanted me to, he knew I would know how to do stuff because he knows I have experience in both real life and in leagues. So he put me on the head of the card. I got control over it, but I never booked myself in title matches. I booked myself in title defenses because I was hoping someone would defend me eventually, and when they did, it'd be somebody that earned their match. So that was the goal, and I ended up building NXT up to the point where it was the league or the brand to be on. Everybody in the other league, not everybody, but many people in the other brands wanted to join NXT. Everybody that was in NXT at the time loved NXT. No one was complaining, no one was crying about how they didn't win or get a title opportunity. Everyone earned their opportunities, and people liked that. There'd be a number one contender match, people would work for it. People wanted to be in a tournament, they would work for it. I like that. That's how a competitive league is supposed to be. No complaining, none of that shit. Just do what you can to win a title. Do what you can to be the best you can. That's how it's supposed to be. And that's what I prefer. But some people, our Q ended up inviting somebody into the chat, into the league, that apparently helped build it or something like that. And so he wanted to come in and instantly said that NXT is just a stepping stone for him. He wants to win the championship and then go to the main roster. I don't do that. Because at this point, I'm building NXT better than Raw and SmackDown. So you're not going to come in and make us feel like we're stepping stones. Because everyone here is better than the main roster. Without the cheap shit. That's why I told him. So I said, no, you're not getting a challenge. I'll give you an opportunity, and you can earn it like everybody else. He lost every opportunity I gave him. Put him in a triple threat, he lost. Put him in a tournament, he lost. Put him in a Royal Rumble, he lost. But he wants to complain. And then his friend, Swag, ended up jumping in and getting an open challenge with North American champion. Crying about it, all that stuff. When there was already a match booked for the North American Championship, which is what annoyed me the most about that. Because they had a match booked and it was supposed to be 2 weeks away at the next card, but he ended up giving an open challenge and losing the belt. So that screwed over the guy that actually earned his opportunity. But I didn't get too mad about that. Whatever. But the fact that he tried to jump in and try to tell me that I have to defend the title against his friend, or else I'm not a fighting champion, you're crossing a line. That's disrespectful. Especially since at this point, I've been in the company, or I've been in NXT for 3.5 months, and I've defended the title 15 times. I'm thinking I'm a pretty good fighting champion at this point, right? So I tell him, like, hey, you're disrespecting management, and if you're going to keep this up, I just want you to stop. But if you keep it up, we're going to have a problem. I don't want an issue. I don't want to have an issue. But if you keep this up, we're going to have a problem. So he keeps it up, he keeps saying that I'm not a fighting champion. I have a pitiful reign and things like that, and that I'm not giving them enough opportunities when their former Universal Champion and stuff like that. And I didn't like that. So I told him, hey man, I'm not gonna fucking deal with this shit. I'm not gonna deal with any of that. I'm not somebody you can walk over. I'm not someone you can disrespect. I will strip you of your title. Because y'all don't want to respect management, then why the hell are you here? You're no more special than anybody else in this league, so stop trying to be like that. Respect everybody. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to keep problems going, and I just didn't want to deal with that anymore. So I told them. And they wanted to cry to Q. And Q, being their friend, started accepting it that I shouldn't have done that to him and all that. Whatever. I don't like that. I told Q, we're not doing that shit here. This isn't about disrespect towards you. This is about you needing to respect yourself. They aren't your managers. They aren't people that know what they're talking about. They're over here disrespecting other people in your league, and you're going to let them slide? I'm not accepting that, dude. Anyways, I told them, I'm booking a chamber match. I'm leaving this league. I don't want to be in here anymore. There's too much toxicity. There's too much drama. There's too many crybabies in the other brands. And NXT just wants to move on. People in NXT that are wanting to have fair competition, they don't want to be here either. So I'm leaving. I'm either leaving with the title or I'm losing it, and then somebody else can carry NXT while I leave. That's what I told him. We did a chamber. Q's telling me to put this guy named KC in the match. His friend. So he's in there. He's using a created Bray Wyatt. This is a superstar league, mind you. A superstar league. So you have to use people in the game. So he's using a call Bray Wyatt and using cheap ass moves, and ends up trying to ring guard me. Which ring guard is when someone gets into the ring and you're on them already before they can even move. So he tries to hit a finisher on me while I'm trying to get into the ring. I reverse it, and that pisses me and this other guy off, because it's only 3 people left in the chamber at this time. But they've been complaining about there being teaming. But this guy just pissed off both people in the match. Yet I fought everybody. I had no problem fighting everybody. The whole match was me fighting everybody as much as I could. The only people I didn't fight were 2 people that I didn't get the chance to, because every time I tried to, I got thrown out and I had to fight for somebody else. Because you pick a target, you stay on that target. You don't try to fight everybody at once. So I ended up winning this chamber. Barely, I should add. But I won. But there was a moment where the guy I was facing let go of his submission. He let go because he ran out of stamina, but other people thought he let go because he was letting me win. So then there came more drama, more crybabies. KC was crying, and to the point where it made Q think I was actually teaming up. So I said, fuck that shit, I'm leaving. I'm done with this fucking league. I'm done with all of you. You're all crying way too much over nothing. I told you I was leaving anyway, so you could say you fired me. I don't give a fuck. I'm leaving. You don't know how to run a company. You don't know how to run anything. You're a pussy when it comes to anybody that's not your friend. And even to your friends, you're a pussy. You don't want to tell them that they can't do what they're doing. You complain to me about those said friends. You complain to me about Casey having an ego. You complain to me about King Kalon being an egomaniac as well, who doesn't know how to run SmackDown. And you try to give me King Kalon's position, but you're too scared to tell him that yourself. I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all. So, after I said that, and some other stuff in a rant, because this Channy dude, again, the one that came in thinking he's going to get a free title match, started saying that I'm not a leader, I'm a dictator. I laughed about it, but it kind of annoyed me too, because this guy is saying I'm a dictator just because I didn't give him a title match. When I still had 5 other people that haven't fought yet and I wanted to face. And they were there before Channy joined. Leagues are just toxic, dude. I get tired of them. I'm sure a lot of people get tired of them. I'm just going to make my own league. Well, pretty much already did. Virtual Championship Wrestling. If y'all stayed and listened to this whole thing, thank you. If you want to join VCW, you want fair competition, and you're on PlayStation, feel free to message me, man. We'll do tryout matches. We're making sure those rules set. We want to make VCW fun again. We want to make leagues fun again. And with lobbies coming in 2K20, we hope that they will be fun again. Now, I'm going to go back to not Call of Duty. Well, I was about to say Call of Duty. I'm going to go back to Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I'm going to stream on Twitch and play that. Because I miss playing games like that, where I don't have to deal with toxicity and I can do whatever I want. Thank you for listening, and I hope you all join the Wolfpack soon.